Get your watches, please.
A little breakfast boxing in Italy. Primetime entertainment of the eastern part of the United States. Hope you're enjoying it. Don Chevrier and Al Bernstein with you in Genoa live via satellite.
For Thomas, the key is to cut the ring off on Rosi, not follow him around, and work when he gets on the inside. Also, watch how many times Gianfranco Rosi holds. Many felt that he should have had points taken away from him against Lupiachino for the holding. Larry O'Connell, the referee, was made aware of that in no uncertain terms at the rules meeting today by Emmanuel Stewart. And you see Rosi working on the inside. It's wrong to suggest that he won against Lupiachino by doing nothing. Even though he fought a cautious fight, he did land punches and did what he's doing right now.
Well, Thomas feels that Aquino gave Rosi too much room in that fight. Plans to take the action to him to keep him off balance and make him box. But when you're in against an awkward fighter, all your planning goes out the window in a hurry if he does prove too much of an awkward contender. He gets a rise out of the crowd as he pursues this man across the ring, but no damage done.
Gianfranco Rosi is in some ways a fighter's worst nightmare because he's so hard to hit.
He really is. We can sense that already.
And, you know, Thomas is starting out doing just what Lupiachino did, throwing wide punches that Rosi's able to slip inside of. Rosi nails him with the right hand. I'll tell you what, if Rossi's able to knock out Duane Thomas, this place will go berserk.
Oh, I'll say.
Because nobody expects that.
There's a good left jab, though, thrown by Thomas. He gets back to his fight plan now.
The crowd is already into his bout.
Thomas has knocked out John the Beast Mugabe. He has also taken care of Sambo Kalambe, who holds one of the middleweight championships now in a 10-round decision back in 1985. So he's certainly fought some quality fighting. And is here as a worthy challenger indeed, trying to regain this title.
And ironically, Rosi, good left hook downstairs by Thomas. He wants to go to the body. Ironically, Thomas, his only named fighter before he fought Aquino was a 3-round knockout loss to Lloyd Honeyghan. But well before Honeyghan won the welterweight title and at a time when Honeyghan wasn't considered a great fighter. You can throw all that away. Rossi's the champ. He earned it, and he's fighting very well early against Thomas.
Thomas's career dates back to 1979. He was 26 and turned pro in April of '79. And here he has kept the holding, which is the trademark of Rosi, to a minimum in this first round.
An overhand right got there, but that's about all it's got there from his first round for Thomas.
Fairly even first round as they feel the way around this ring here in Genoa. It draws to a close. Rosi comes out jabbing with the left hand to begin the second round. Some confusion there at the end of the first as the referee did not hear the bell.
Well, neither did the fighters. And we should point out that Thomas told us in pointed way today that he thought that Rosi hit after the bell against Aquino 3 or 4 times. He said, if he does that to me, I'll do it back to him.
Thomas said he wanted to initiate, in his words, a war. Has not succeeded early on, but they've got a long way to go. This is just the second round of a scheduled 12-round title bout.
He had Rosi in some exchanges in that first round. Rosi was just quicker with his hands.
And continues to be, and very active with both of them here in the second round. Jab by Thomas in response.
They say that just becoming a champion makes you a better fighter. I know Gil Clancy, a compatriot over at CBS, feels that. And in Rossi's case, you have to feel the confidence that he has coming in. I felt it today, and when we talked to him, and you feel it now in the way he's fighting. Speaking of compatriots, I know we want to wish the best to one of our boxing colleagues who is ill.
Warlow, a good friend of mine who's done such a marvelous job at ABC, has not been well. And with this new year, we wish him the very, very best.
I echo those sentiments.
As do a lot of boxing fans across the United States.
And I want to wish you a happy birthday, by the way, which was just toward the end of the year.
That was last year. That's history.
That's last year. Right now, Gianfranco Rosi is making this not a very pleasant beginning of the year for Duane Thomas.
So far.
Little blood from the bridge of the nose from Gianfranco Rosi.
That happened early against Aquino, too, but did him no long-lasting harm. Now, here's what Rosi does so well. He hits you, then he holds a little, then he moves back.
I mean, he is, the term is a cute fighter that the boxing people use, and that's what it is.
Meantime, Thomas, who takes 2 good rights there, continues to come forward, but paid for it. He fires a left, but the winner of that exchange has been Rosi as it continues right above it.
You can't beat Gianfranco Rosi by being wild. It's very tough. That's what Aquino did. And Duane Thomas is being wild in there. But, you know, we talked about Rosi buying time, not exchanging. Hey, in these first couple rounds, he's exchanging with Thomas, and he's getting the better of him. He's not exactly using the same tactics he used against Aquino.
The red you see is out of harm's way for Rosi. It is over his eyebrow. It's certainly not a threat at all at this stage. As time runs down here in the closing seconds of the second round, as Thomas has recovered somewhat, using the left hand to good advantage. At the bell.
In New Britain, Connecticut, people don't need a Wall Street genius to tell them where to put their money. After all, New Britain's...
Well, Lupe Aquino is a winner tonight, and now he's looking ahead. We're looking back on a title that once was his. 1987, Gianfranco Rosi and Duane Thomas in Genoa, round 4.
This is the 4th round of a scheduled 12-rounder for the WBC Super Welterweight Championship. In the red trunks, the left of your screen now, the champion, Gianfranco Rosi of Italy, and the challenger, Duane Thomas, who's had a tough time catching this man and turning the fight to his advantage in the first 3 rounds.
The tendency to want to underestimate Gianfranco Rosi is irresistible. And I don't know but that Thomas, just like Aquino, hasn't done that to an extent. I really think he thought he was going to walk in there, pressure him, land some bombs, and get him out of there. He hit him behind the head there.
And the crowd reacting here, the referee cautioning him for turning his head around and getting in that position. So the brawling intensifies in this 4th round, as Thomas told it would do because of this contrasting styles. But for now, it is Rossi's fight. Do you agree?
Oh, I've got Rosi winning every round. I've got him ahead winning all 3 of the first rounds. This round, Thomas is doing better because he's able to club away on the inside.
With his arms folded in front of his head, protecting himself from those blows from Rosi as he spins him around again.
Remember something very, very important. The John the Beast Mugabe hit Duane Thomas with some unbelievable shots. Couldn't keep him down, or couldn't win the fight. Lupe Aquino, who can punch, couldn't keep Thomas down, even though he had him down. So, though Rossi's landing lots of big shots, don't expect Duane Thomas to crumble. But clearly, they're point scorers, and they're helping Gianfranco Rosi right now.
Now, Thomas has been knocked out only once. That was back in '82 by Buster Drayton. But he can take a punch, and has shown that throughout his career.
Buster, a former junior middleweight champion, and also a man with a very big punch.
Now, Rosi is not a man with a big knockout record. Just the 13 KOs of his 42 victories coming in here. And he's not fought the name opponents that certainly Duane Thomas has. He did fight Lloyd Hennigan back in '85, lost the European welterweight title to him, got knocked out by Hennigan in the 3rd round, the only knockout he has suffered.
No, it looks like Gianfranco Rosi should be easy to hit. There's the right hand by Thomas when he's got his head there, but he's not. Or at least these guys can't do it.
He can move his upper body out of the way very quickly. Very agile in that area as well. And decent footwork as he fires that good right uppercut through that scores to the chin of Duane Thomas.
Duane Thomas is looking for the big left hook or the big right hand that will turn things around. There's a low blow. Thomas was worried about the tactics of Rosi. He is definitely responding in kind, hitting behind the head, a low blow or two.
Al, your thoughts at this stage, having done the fight with Aquino and Rosi here in Italy 3 months ago, a comparison with that one at this stage?
Very similar fight. Very similar, with Rosi doing lots of things he wanted to do.
This round comes to an end. That is the 4th. It is scheduled for 12. And Thomas getting a little more done, it appeared, in that round. He's taken the slow and steady route here, having, we think, lost the first 3. Let's go to his corner now and see what they're talking about.
You got to get out of ground with him now this round here. Hold your head back. Hold your head back. There it is. I got it.
Keep that towel in his eye so it don't go in his eye.
Duane, you got to use the right hand, short right hand, and don't forget that body when you get inside. You get in the shell, you got to hurt that body. The guy is tired, Duane.
He's tired, I'm telling you.
Vaseline on there. Okay. Right here, right here. Hold on, hold it back. All right, all right.
Well, Duane Thomas getting nailed with shots by Rosi. Now, some are blocked, and he gets in with a couple of shots. And there's a good right hand, and as I indicated, Duane Thomas has got a very good chin, and Rosi not a big puncher, but all that scored points.
You heard Rossi's corner, or Thomas's corner, tell Duane that the guy is getting tired. I don't see what they're basing that on.
Well, and if they watched the Aquino tapes, which I know they did, Rosi was able to fight at this pace pretty much the whole time. That's what we wondered about when we were watching that bout. Interestingly, who was at my side doing commentary? Donald Curry.
Exactly.
And you know he's in this arena somewhere, though I don't see him physically taking a look at this bout.
A very happy frame of mind, having decisively beaten Louis Aquino.
That right hand stunned Duane Thomas. He might be in a little bit of trouble right here. Muhammad said they were rooting for the American in Duane Thomas, but patriotism aside, they may be faced with the dilemma of Gianfranco Rosi.
And with the prospect of having to face him here in Europe again, if he does retain his championship tonight. If Thomas were to win, the bout with Curry would be in the United States. Now, Rosi suddenly drops down. It is not a knockdown, simply a slip as indicated by Larry O'Connell, referee.
He was pushed down by Thomas. So far, Duane Thomas is winning the battle of the semi-illegal tactics. And however, it's not doing him much good on my scorecard. I've got Rosi pitching a shutout, winning all 4 of the first round.
Rosi pitching and Thomas doing a lot of catching.
We're catching a little blood at ringside here. Doesn't go with our pasta.
No. Can't quite tell where it's coming from. It's not a bad shot on the part of either fighter that I can spot.
Now see, look how Rosi makes him pay when he misses. When you miss against Gianfranco Rosi, you pay for it.
Good jab there. Great hard jab to the face of his opponent. And clubs him with the overhand right.
Tonight is obviously a night for the boxers. It was for Curry, and so far it is for Rosi. And they are banking in Thomas's corner on the fact that Rosi is going to wear out, and if Thomas will be able to land the big shot. Duane is very strong. There's a good right by Thomas.
He has survived and taken the best that Rosi has given him, and Rosi has hit him with some pretty good shots here in this round alone as he digs to the body. Now, that's something Thomas hasn't done, despite his corner's urging. He has not gone very much, although he does there with the left, to the body of Gianfranco Rosi.
Right now, Rosi, to me, does look like he's glowing a little bit, but he's had a heck of a 5th round.
Yeah, for a guy who's looking that tired now, he has had a big round. Maybe that's why. The closing seconds of this round. Rosi still with the lead. And we'll be back to Genoa after this.
The King of England is coming to America. His name is Lennox Lewis, and he's the heavyweight champion. Riddick Bowe met the King and was quickly dispatched. Razor Reddick's departure was equally abrupt. On May 8th, the King will grant an audience to Tony Tucker, the #1 contender. Tucker has little respect for royalty.
God may save the Queen, but nobody's going to save Lennox Lewis.
Lewis versus Tucker, heavyweight championship, Saturday, May 8th, live on pay-per-view. Call your cable company. When it's this hot, don't take chances. Only Armor All Protectant guarantees your new car's dash from cracking. There is a fountain of youth, and we guarantee it. Armor All.
Cleared up to Murphy, 2-on-1.
The NHL is playing for keeps. Watch the Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN with a hot, delicious Domino's pizza. And oh yeah, get a comfortable seat. The Stanley Cup playoffs continue in a living room near you on ESPN.
My feet are so sweaty and smelly.
Here's why. Your feet have more sweat glands than any other part of your body. They need super drying Odor Eaters foot powder. Look, you'd need 25 cans of talc to match the drying strength of just 1 Odor Eaters powder. It can absorb 25 times more wetness.
Wow, it even keeps my feet dry. And no more smell.
Odor Eaters foot powder from the makers of...
Every second on the stool. May not have heard the bell. Finally gets to his feet. Now comes out for the 6th round as they approach the halfway mark of this bout.
we talked earlier about the clutching and grabbing of Rosi. I'll tell you, it has not been that evident. He's done it when he had to. But by and large, he's been a busy fighter.
Much less, I would imagine, you would think, than the Kino fight.
Oh, a lot less. In that fight, it was on the brink, I think, of potentially meriting a point deduction.
Thomas certainly very persistent in coming after his man, but he takes so much on the way in. The counter-punching stance of the champion, Rosi. This is where we thought the bout would be most of the way inside. Let's check the scoring now as a good exchange comes from Rosi.
Well, these kind of punching is what I think gives Rosi a big edge. And he is wailing away against Thomas, and I've got him way ahead in this fight, and I'll tell you, he is getting respect from Thomas with that punching. Not a knockout puncher, but you get hit 7 times in a row by anybody, and you're going to feel it, except if you're getting hit by Curtis Parker. Who's the guy that Parker hit about 85 times with right hands when I wasn't with you guys?
Well, I'm trying to recall, but it was an outstanding lesson on how a guy can take a punch and survive.
Duane Thomas is feeling these shots. Going to the body is Rosi. He delivers everything in an odd fashion. Oh, now there's hitting on the break by Rosi, but that's kind of tit for tat. He's had some tactics used on him by Thomas.
Well, what he is doing is he's throwing very well with both hands, and when he forces Thomas into a counter-punching mode, he's often very wild with them. They are aimless and harmless.
Well, Duane Thomas gets hit with the left hook. He's just not delivering his punches well, and now he's getting labeled.
He wanted a war. He's got one. Yeah. He's on the losing end of it to prevent it to go or less in the round.
You better believe it. Good right hand by Rosi. It's the shorter punches are getting there for Rosi.
Rosi staying right on top of the holding and turning and coming in and wailing away with both hands, the body into the head. And again, the wildness of Thomas counterpunching, missing with all but the last one, the right. In terms of volume of punches landed, as you see, he catches it coming in again. Tremendous advantage for Rosi. 3 and 4 to 1. Gianfranco Rosi at the bell to end the round, certainly indicating he's not going to be a one-bout champion. He intends on keeping his title for a while. A man who's getting caught by the flurry of the punches of Rosi with both hands with such rapidity and regularity. That's what Emmanuel Stewart and company in the corner have got to contend with in getting their man Duane Thomas turned around if they can.
Rosi is not exactly timid. He is going in there with Duane Thomas. You see him land the good right hand, the uppercut. He is just going after Thomas. You wonder, I guess I'm looking at Gianfranco Rosi and I'm saying, well, how many times does he have to do this for people to feel like he's a legitimate champion? I don't think anymore. I think he's proven that.
I think the people here have been believers.
Yes.
Many of us, the American side, not too sure about whether he was really a valid champion, but he's sure showing us tonight.
He's not a classic, even though he's got lots of boxing skills. He's not a classic boxer. He was kind of awkward, as you said, but he gets the job done. And he has faced 2 big punchers who are tough men. And Aquino and Tom, he hurt Tom.
Oh, he's got him in big trouble now. He is down to the ropes. It could be all over. Rosi, as Thomas is hung up on the ropes, literally needs some assistance there. This one is finished. Rosi has taken him out in dramatic, lightning-quick fashion here to retain his WBC championship right here in Italy.
Well, that was back in October of 1987, and Gianfranco Rosi is still a hero in Italy and still a